Hello, everybody, and welcome to Romancefuls Tarot. And it is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. So please do take whatever does resonate with you and simply leave the rest of it aside. If ever you do have any questions, if ever you would like to inquire about having your own reading, please do contact me. All my information is right below into the YouTube description box. Also, if you do enjoy the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do take a brief moment of your time to click the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it would be greatly appreciated. And I do thank you in advance. That being said, we are going to dive right into this reading. This is a reading from your past loved ones and the other side. So the spirit realm, they want to transmit some messages to you. So these are somewhat warnings here, may I say. So that being said, I'm going to give you these messages. So let's begin. But I would like to mention that this is for the sign of Taurus, okay? So it's for the sign of Taurus. We have blame. We have death. We have guilt. We have regret. Let's begin with blame. This is about accepting responsibility for your well-being. It is so easy to give away the power to transform your life. And certainly there has been some people along your path with no doubt who have shaped you into who you are today. But you are solely responsible for your own happiness, and that you must always remember. The ego can be a very fragile thing, and if it comes under fire, the first instinct is to blame an outside force. Victim consciousness, it weakens the connection that you have to your soul source. So this mindset says that I don't have the power inside of myself to break free because someone else's power is stronger. Now, I'm sure you don't want to have that mindset, and this is simply an illusion. When you believe that someone else is responsible for your problems, then that itself is the problem. That belief is the problem. Personal responsibility can empower you to change your reality, and lasting transformation always begins on the inside, and it works its way out. There is a big difference between a reason and an excuse. A reason is a valid and an unavoidable. An excuse is simply an attempt to shift that blame elsewhere. So be very careful with this warning on the blame. Moving on forward to the death. This is really about learning that endings are really merely the beginnings. Death in itself is an illusion. It's a fact of life that the human body that we use to travel the earth, it must eventually simply stop working. It's not meant to exist forever. And the energy and the consciousness that inhabited that body is free. And it returns to its natural home. But it never, ever abandons us. This is about learning to view death as merely a change. And everything must change in life. Now, because stagnancy extinguishes progress, the same is true for a relationship or even a career. A soul lesson may be completed, and it is time to move beyond this point of familiarity and to expand into new horizons of learning and of new horizons of development. This is a wonderful opportunity to thank those and those other souls in your life who have shared part of your path and who have taught you so very much up until now. Now we have guilt. This is about releasing any beliefs that no longer assist in your soul's growth. The energy of fear has many guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Now, guilt, it can help you. It can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though then it is time for you to learn from the behavior and to move on so we don't repeat the same cycle. The problem arises when we hold on to that guilty feeling that serves no purpose at all, other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational. But if you examine it subjectively and you act on it and you release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. So long-held guilty feelings are never good and they will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt, it needs to be released. And to conclude, we have regret. I know that I simply cannot change the past. Your past loved ones, the spiritual realm, would like you to know that your soul does not know time. Time is simply a construct of the physical dimension. To your soul, there is only one now. Think of the past as the now that has already been created, and the future as the now that has not yet been created. You don't always have the power to uncreate the past, so let that go. Your power of creation, it lies in your awareness of the present. You have the power to not only create your future, but also create acceptance of your past. You should realize that you are a total summation of every single experience that you have had. These experiences have helped shape you into the person that you are today. So train yourself not to judge past events as good or bad, but as opportunities. And what have you learned from the past that will help you enrich your future? Now, focusing on the past and letting it dictate the direction of your future is really taking your power away from yourself. You are the creator. Don't ever forget that. You hold the power. You need to reflect on the lessons of the past, and you need to use it in your current power to create your bright and beautiful future. Moving on to your guide's message. Forgive yourself. In school, and this is going to be an example, okay? When you were in school, you didn't always give the right answers. In school, sometimes you act out. In school, sometimes you don't focus on lessons. In school, sometimes you're even cruel. But have you ever looked back at your time in school and not been able to forgive yourself? Probably not. Well, you chose Earth as your schoolroom, and you should be just as lenient. You are here to learn. It's important to forgive yourself when you make errors. Living with the guilt of past deeds, it blocks the energy of the future. Each soul progresses in its very own time. But when you don't allow yourself forgiveness, you are shutting off the heart and telling the universe that you are not worthy to receive. You have caused pain to another, and it is imperative to apologize to them in addition to forgiving yourself. The guides, they can't stress enough the importance of forgiveness, either to yourself or another. Carrying the negative energy of guilt as well as the negative energy of resentment back to the spirit world causes unwanted karmic entanglements. Not clearing this energy while you are still into this physical dimension before you make your own transition to spirit is a huge source of regret for many souls. Please don't make that mistake. You need to act now. So that being said, this does conclude your beautiful reading with your past loved ones and the spirit realm. These were the warnings I had. So we're speaking about accepting responsibility for your own well-being, the death, accepting about the beginnings and the endings, the gift, the guilt, releasing all of those beliefs that no longer assist your soul right now, and know that you cannot change the path, and forgive yourself. So that being said, I do wish you a beautiful day. Thank you for being there. If you do have any questions you would like to contact me, my information is right below into the YouTube description box. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow with a new message. Many blessings to you. Thank you for being there.